country here this morning. Sitting around by the fire today, just bitching and complaining about everything. So, if you like hearing all that, just stick around, see what I had to say. Yeah, well, some of y'all out there, y'all know that I've always claimed I was Native American. I never claimed to be white. If there's any paperwork out there that says I'm white, it's because some white man decided that's what I was going to be, and that's what he put on there. You know, and that's, the government and, all these people just want to control you and all that. That's the ones that put you in all these ethnic groups, and all these other little groups, and all the different races they try to come up with and everything, you're not, people don't look at you for what you are. People look at you for what they think you are. And their mind's all crazy and polluted anyway, because they've been sitting here believing all this crap that the government tells them all the time. It's just all these liberals that just want to make everybody a slave anyway. Slaves to the elites. Just crazy. And there's a lot going on right now on native land that a lot of y'all don't even hear about. Even though the Keystone Pipeline, it was shut down. They're still running pipelines up in Canada, going across sacred lands and native lands, and they don't even have permission to do it. You got the Canadian government, federal government, and all. It's just, the U.S. government putting money into these pipelines up in Canada, running across somebody else's land without permission. You got reservations right now where they tell them they can only use so much electricity a month, and after that they cut their electricity off. You only use so much water a month. They cut their water off. That's just another way to control them still. People gotta get all our crap straight. Just ignorant. They don't keep controlling people like that. And what's gonna happen is you better start getting closer to Mother Nature and learn how to live on your own, because big things coming. I had somebody from another country come here one time, and they were trying to tell me that our offering of tobacco that we give to Mother Earth, they tried to tell me that littering. Yeah, littering. Well, you need to go back to the country you come from. Finish messing it up. Don't be coming here telling me how to change my culture and my beliefs. Probably need to go back to your country and change it. Don't come here in my place and tell me what to do. You need to look at your own self. Before you start trying to run my home, you need to go look at your own home. Run it. Fix it. It's what's broken. There's two paths in life too. You have the path, the good path, the righteous path that the Creator has given you to travel. Then you have the other path, and that's what you want to do, what man wants to do. And most of the time that path has to do with greed, with making money, with owning all kinds of property and owning all kinds of little things that you don't really need. So that's not really the right path. Start thinking about You know, what all these worldly possessions that you got, all these things you got, start thinking about what things you don't really need. And get rid of those. Start looking for your intended path. If you just take time to meditate and to pray, and if you're open, and you clear your mind, and you wait for it, eventually you'll get a message on what path you're supposed to take and what you're supposed to do in that path. And where so many people go wrong, even a lot of people who go to church just sit there and listen on Sunday in the church to what the preacher's telling them. The preacher's telling them, well, this is what you do, this is what you do. Well, that may not be your intended path. You need to find out on your own. You don't need to be listening to others on that. And you need to figure that out on your own. You know, just sometimes it takes time. Sometimes younger people isn't ready for a message just yet. And sometimes they are. Sometimes you don't find out till you're older in life. Because you got to live a little bit. You got to have some experiences. And because you can't sit here and teach others and tell others about things that you have not done and experienced yourself. And if you think just going and looking something up in a book or looking something up on YouTube or whatever, you know, is the way to go, then yeah, you're probably wrong with that too. There's a lot of people in there that they're going to share their experience with you. And they're going to share their knowledge with you, but you know, that may not be your path either. You know, you have to study on it, pray on it, think about it. And there's a lot of stuff out here that you're not taught it in school, you're not taught by your parents, you're not taught by anybody, just because that's not the way it's done. You have to experience it yourself. There's more than what the government and the liberals and the elites and all of them. There's more out there than what they want you to know. And they know it, but they don't want you to know it. And they're going to hide a lot of things from you. It's because they don't think that you should know. So, do not believe everything they tell you. Definitely don't believe everything that you're told in the news on TV. And all the other social media, you know, don't believe everything you're told. You know, and a lot of times when you do research, that research can be flawed too. If you just go into somebody's blog site or something like that, you know, that's just people stating their opinion. That doesn't make it truth. So, you know, the only truth is the message you get when you're meditating and you're praying. So, think about more of that.